But also the interesting thing is that Jewish people who don't believe in Yeshua, they always say you have to study the Torah and the Tanakh in Hebrew. So you did this. You studied the scriptures.
I do Gimatiot.
Yeah.
But most of the religion people don't care so much about Gimatiot.
Yeah.
They will say, well, with Gimatiot, with number, you can find anything you want. It's not so.
But you find Yeshua also in the Torah and also in the Tanakh.
Of course, it's all over the place. But you have to do Gimatiot to find it. You have to work to see Ikronim. There are many times Ikronim of Jesus, of Yeshu or Yeshua in many places.
Mm-hmm.
And, like Hashem shlachani verucho, God sent me and His Spirit, is the Ikronim of Yeshu, in the right order. Hashem, Yudke Vavke, shlachani, sent me and His Spirit. Right? So you can find fantastic Ikronim that refer to Jesus and nobody can deny it.
Yeah, that's true. But also when we talk about Isaiah, for example, Isaiah in Hebrew, 53. So if
Yeshayahu 53.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
If you read this with your whole heart, you will.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
It is so clearly to Jesus, but there are so many Jews that.
They will say that no, you're talking about Am Israel. They will find all kind of.
But how? It is so clear. So I don't know why, but I think that the synagogue maybe is not allowed people to believe in Yeshua.
Of course.
Yeah, because they will lose money. If people come to the truth, to faith in the Mashiach,
because this what they was taught. This what they teach them from the time that they are young.
Yeah.
This what it is written in the Talmud. Of course, if we learn carefully what it is written in the Talmud, we see that we don't talk about Jesus there. We talk about somebody that lived 150 years, 130 years before Jesus, like the disciple of Yeshua ben Prachia.
Yeah.
So it's 130 years before Jesus. And it's another one that they call him Ben Stada, because his mother, she was Sota. She was not straight. And we call him there to Ben Pandira, his biologic father. And we call him Ben Papos, for he's not a biologic father. But really, this personality lived more of 100 years after Jesus. Much more after, many years after Jesus, because the father, not a biologic father, of Jesus, Papos, is a famous personality in the Talmud, Papos ben Yehuda.
Yeah.
And he was with Rabbi Akiva in the jail before they killed Rabbi Akiva. And Rabbi Akiva is already in the age of 120. And Rabbi Akiva born, according to Seder HaDorot, in the same year that Jesus born. And he's already in the age of 120. And we talk about the father of Jesus, not the boy. Still, is a young guy that killed people to take their money. And he said to Rabbi Akiva, good for you, Rabbi Akiva, that you are going to die for because you learn Torah, and bad for me, Papa, that I'm going to die because I did things that are not important. Okay, so we see that this Jesus, and they call him their Jesus, he lived many years after Jesus. It cannot be the same Jesus.
Yeah.
Rabbi Akiva, according to the historian, he born 40 years after the birth of Jesus. So it's not. So we have to analyze really what they talk about. Really, Am Yisrael don't have a memory, historical memory of Jesus. Don't have at all.
So I found more than 300 prophecies about Yeshua in the Tanakh, also in Daniel.
Yeah, for sure.
David prophesied what Jesus said on the cross. Also in Zechariah in 12:10, it's very amazing. Or Micha also prophesies that the Jewish people will get hit in the face.
Yeah,
You know this?
in the left.
Yes, and that is so clearly for me. That's because that everything happened. So Jesus fulfilled the Judaism.
Of course. In the moment somebody don't want to see the truth, he will not see it.
Yeah, that's.
This is the way. This
But
is
I
the
understand
people.
because the Jewish people grow up with this mind, so it's very hard to come to the
And
truth.
besides, if somebody,
And I'm so proud that are people in Israel who grow up like this to hate Yeshua, that they are ready to tell the truth, to tell what is really written in the Torah, in the Bible. So I know that everyone has their own interpretation, but there are things in the Bible they're 100% fulfilled in Jesus.
yes, like you know,
So it's I want to know.
we cannot convince a Jew, you know, to believe something that is against of the principle of his religion, because they will say about Jesus, look what came out from it. If it was a good tree, so the fruit will be good, and if the tree is bad, so the Christians kill millions of Jews.
Yeah.
So they will say, how it can be that Jesus was good if it came from it something so evil? Besides that Christianity completely don't understand the teaching of Jesus. They make idolatry from it. It's very bad. The worst thing is idolatry.
Yeah.
All right, so there are many problems here that make that the Judaism say Jesus could not be good, because if he was good, would not come from him a bad religion. But really, who established the Christianity?
Jewish people. It was Jewish prophets like.
Who established Christianity?
Yeah.
Not the prophet. Who established after Jesus? Who really established Christianity? Jesus didn't make a new religion. He died as a Jew. But he was giving away to Pontius Pilatus, all right? So he was giving away out of Judaism. It was full out of Israel. But still, he didn't establish a new religion. Who did it? Paulus. Now, who was Paulus?
Saulus before.
He was a disciple of Jesus?
No.
He never met him. According to and it's a secret knowledge, but when you find, for example, Rashi write in a hiding place that Paulus, Shimon, St. Peter, and Yohanan, he says they was all Jewish.
Of course.
They was good. They did it to take the believer of Jesus out of Israel. So they was sent by our sages to teach them, to take them out of Israel by inviting your religion. All the philosophy of Paulus. You are not under the Torah, you are above the Torah, you are under the grace, etc. All this philosophy, this is Christianity. But what I say, it's not meant that it is meant for good. It can be that he was sent by our sages, but then he revealed, he understood that this is good, and now he talked basically to not Jewish people,